Yo, yo, yo. I think we should be fine. Let me just quickly fix something real quick. Wow. The quickly fix something real quick. And I creative. It's easy and ta-da. We are live. Woo. So, yeah. Wait. Am I? Yeah, we should be fine, right? Yeah, tell me about your days, huh? How's it going? Any luck? Any decent decks? Anything crazy? Let me know. You've been sitting waiting, I saw it. Like, why are 50 of you already waiting before the stream even starts? Appreciate it. No Duet Night. I don't think I will play Duet Night Abyss. I don't think I will. But, I don't think the game is bad, at least. Zero been kicking your ass? Understandable. Yo, yep. Woohoo! Let me find the chat. There it is. Let me give you an existence. Can I actually, like, put, like, maybe, like, a layer behind you? Message animations, text color, background color. Should we do black on white? No, I think we keep you on white. It's just gonna be a little awkward at some point, but we should be fine. What's going on? Is that multiple chat boxes? Now I'm confused. Yeah, apparently this is multiple. Alright, we'll leave it like this. Oh, is it too big? We're almost ready, almost ready. Oh, this looks good. Yo. Once everything has 50, pushing 0 should be easier. Oh, absolutely it should. And this is why I would recommend before you go to 40 to pre-farm materials so you can like straight up get into it. Bloody YouTube crashed when I said hi. Damn, imagine. Yo, Vilo, what's up? Alright, so the game plan is simple today. We want to break into difficulty 6. Difficulty 6 includes us beating a 51 run. I don't think we're gonna pull any punches. We'll be using Rin all the way through, I believe. I did build Orlea, but I am currently not in the mood for Orlea gameplay. I just want to get into the next difficulty first. Make a Haru guide? Yeah, sure. I can make a Haru guide. I would have to... let's see. The only thing I would probably have to do is level her to 50, or I would have to use footage from the promotion event. I'll have to see. I'll have to see. Can I quickly explain how the mode works? Okay, so this is exactly the same as the Chaos mode. Same planets, same events, but higher difficulty, higher save data, and debuffs, as well as a progression system. You see these Chaos Orbs? It says like Chaos Orb accumulation. That is two things. Number one, for every season, so for a 3-month duration, you can farm a certain amount of them and get rewards along the way. But then you can also use those to upgrade the stats for your runs, making your runs easier. Like, for example, how we can start into every run with a Godly Emissary, which is a special type of event that, yeah, boosts our chances of beating this run. Having difficulty 7, level 63 hanging around, maybe I should farm Chaos Orb to fully everything before trying that out. I mean, that sounds like a lot of fun. See, I don't think you can look at the skills. You can unfortunately only look at the icons. You can look at the icons for the skills, but that doesn't help, right? You're gonna be like, oh, okay, it has 2 attack cards, 2 skill cards, but doesn't really tell you much. Yo, Downtown, what's up? Alright. So, game plan is simple. We're going to crush this run, and on the side we'll be... Ooh, a little bit of lag. On the side we'll be trying to help you as much as possible. So this is what I was talking about, right? You're not gonna find this encounter unless you play the Zero system and you, like, cleared 1 or 2 planets, right? Can you do one Orlea run, please? We could do one after. Who would be better with Kayron, Ray, or Veronica? I love the synergy between Ray and Kayron for the extra damage bonus, for the exhaust, for the card search. Whereas Veronica, she just kind of does her own thing, but she does that pretty well. Game plan is simple, destroy everything. Yes. 4k anchor shots hit my dopamine receptors. Ooh, that's some big damage. 1% HP is so Slay Aspire. Hey, it is kind of cool, isn't it? Like, think about it. The next two stages we just find, just easy. But no, we go with the legendary equipment after an elite event. We're pretty much going to challenge all elites and everything hard we're going to find. We are looking for these purple people, so we only have one. Which means we probably pursue as many random events as possible, combined with as many bosses as possible, while avoiding as many shops as possible. So I think this is kind of... So we beat the boss, we go through, camp, up, here, so we can double fight, and then we go to the boss. Alright. I feel like Ray better, especially with R2 Karen, to get more exhaust. Oh, absolutely. What be the best team for Renoa? Ooh. I don't know. I think Mika, Ray, Renoa is also gonna kick ass. Like, Mika, Ray, Renoa is also gonna kick ass, but... You can just run, like... Mika, Renoa, and then like a Shielder. Like a Magna, like a Khalib, like a Maribel even. You're not really bound with her. She can just work with whoever you kind of want, if that makes sense. Alright, let's play our 3 cost cards. Get ourselves an Epiphany right here. What are we getting? Oh, we get the extra draw. But I don't think we can play the card. At least we drew it. I had a run using Veronica. It was really good combo after initial setup. Understandable. Alright, here, yeah, we just go for the here. We just go for the damage. And we win. Nice. Mika is a 5-star in a 4-star body. True. Very true. Pretty much what it is. Alright, so could we smurf our way down here again? No, we're always gonna fight. So we're just gonna go fight. Seems to be what we're going to do. Do you think the Rin Epiphany with 100% increased crit damage could be better than the multi-hit? I'm almost 50% crit rate on her. If I had the choice, I would probably always pick the multi-hitter for the Ray Rin synergies. But if I didn't have the choice, crit damage might just be the second best, right? Okay, so we could get the unravaged damage or we get the Epiphany. I mean, we don't need the Epiphany. I think we're just gonna get it at some point. So we might just go with the weapon. Oh, shit. I should have read the fact that we were meant to roll in 18. That was not gonna happen. The 18 was not going to happen. I should have read that properly. Between Ray, Nia, and Cassius, who should you pick for the Mei-Lin team? Ooh. Honestly, you could pick anyone from those. Oh no. Oh, that's... yikes. So... It could be better. So the leftmost one is a standard Epiphany. None of the actual character related ones. Midmost one is cost reduction for Mika cards. For Rin cards. And the rightmost one, at least Jaws as an attack card. Yeah, we'll probably go with the rightmost one then. It is still a 50% damage increase, which is not to be underestimated. Alright. And then here we are in the stands. Alright, and this should give us... Yes, the purple card. Sweet. Nice. That event roll is rigged? No, it's just like a 1 in 10 that we actually hit it. Tried playing. You tried playing Charon today, but you weren't able to clear Chaos Run in with him. Have you tried it on the Void Planet? Because I feel like there's so many things you could be doing potentially wrong, and Charon is still gonna kind of like hard carry on the Void Planet itself. Had you chosen the mid one, the memory fragment stopped working. 1 cost crit 1. Yes, if you reduce the cost of a card to 0, the memory fragments that works with 1 cost cards shouldn't be working anymore. Getting full critics on the multi-hit skill is so damn satisfying. Oh, it might just change the effect. Is Rin, Mika, and Iwan or Lea a good combo? Oof. Honestly, it depends, right? It depends on what you do with Orlea, right? If she just chills in the background and she doesn't really do much, then might as well just use a Ray instead. But if you can actually gain value out of the heals, if you can use the softies at the right time to boost the damage of the multi-hitters, I don't see why not. Are we going to make a video about all the 4 stars? I don't know. It's something I'm a little debating at the moment, seeing as... Ooh, withdraw 1? That's sweet. Seeing as how there's already been a bunch of videos done. Like, one video I wanted to make was kind of like maybe like a Ray video on why I think she's so strong. Because arguably in the game, besides maybe Orlea, she might just be the only damage buffer in the entire game. What's the best stat to upgrade in Zero mode? You always want to go with the special stat, and then you go with attack, then you go with defense, and then you go with HP. So the special stat, because it gives you the best things, whatever it is, right? Then attack, because your attacks hit harder, defense, because your shields get bigger and you heal more, and then HP last, because you can then take a couple more hits. Now this is a good question, isn't it, right? If we do pick the rightmost one, does our set stop working for these cards? You would have to assume that's the case, right? Because if it's a 0 cost card, why should a 1 cost set effect work? Because it's not 1 or below, it's 1 cost cards get 35% increased crit damage. How important is it to upgrade memory fragments before level 40 and after? Did you upgrade / farm them for Zero system? I make a video tomorrow talking about all the things I wish I knew before level 40. Would it be recommended to tackle lower difficulty to complete a save data? Only if you need it for simulation. Like, only if you need it for simulation mode, or if you're currently stuck in the story or in the farm stage, because otherwise there's nothing to gain, right? If you get a lower tier save data, not only would it be weaker, but you can't re-bring it back into the chaos mode. So you would only farm on a lower difficulty with like a purpose. All 3 are garbage? Yes, they aren't the best. It would go by original cost. See, this is something that's almost impossible to test, isn't it? Okay, it's not that hard to test, actually. What we would have to do is find 2 save data. One of them has the Dark Mist Secret Art Annihilation at... like, not the cost reduction... Yeah, okay, no, for one we just go in... play like, let's say, the purple card and see the per hit damage. And for the other one, we just activate this card first and then see the per hit damage and see if anything changes. Let's just go with the morale for now. Does bigger chaos maps matter, like better rewards, or really just affinity preference? I do believe they should be longer. Like, there is some specific wording. Like, if you go into the chaos and you go click on the bottom right, it kind of tells you the differences between like the planet sizes, which should make a difference. All right, let's just continue with the double stage. You can test with added effect instead of damage, like a Celestia discounted +2 card cost 1 proc Celestia cards. Yeah, but you still don't know 100% for sure if that would be the case for Gi as well. What do I farm till level 40? I'm at 38 and just been spamming potential. Pre-farm the promotions. Pre-farm promotions. Make sure you have those promotions ready. If I have E1 Haru, do you rank me? Try to get 1 more copy for E2 or just save? I don't even think the E2 is that important, because the only time it's relevant is if you have multiple ways to get the anchor back on your hand. But it is definitely a strong E2. It's just that you could always buy the E2 copy. Like, just wait until the banner almost disappears, see who's next, see if you like him, and then you have to invest. Like, currently you do not need the E2 on Haru, so you might as well just wait and see. And yeah, give it a chance and see what happens. Have I ever seen 11 morale boost? Oh yeah, there's a lot of ways to like mega morale stack, and if you do that successfully, it can be quite a difficult time for the enemy, that's for sure. Be back and keep stream open. Hey, appreciate it, Blabber. Appreciate it, thank you very much. Hey, Divine Epiphany, okay. What we got? 222% healing, 1 AP, 1 wave. I mean, that is a very strong source of water. Very strong healing. You want Rin so bad, you hope you get her soon. Hey, wish you best of luck in trying to obtain her, man. May the Rin goddess and goddess Rin be with you. Next banner would be fire character named Yuki. I mean, is it already confirmed that she is the banner, that Yuki happens before Shizuru, or what her name is? Like, I know that the next event is a galactic disaster, and I know that it happens in 2 weeks, but anything more than that? Ooh, I don't know. You soon get Rin to E5? Holy shit. E6 Rin is nasty, just permanent 2 morale. That's some sweet stuff. You have Khalib, Rin, Karen, and Malin as DPS. Can you recommend a team without Mika? Malin, Khalib, Cassius. You could try Malin, Khalib, Cassius. Alright. So we have these dudes. You already got 340k plus safe. I don't know if I need to keep playing Chaos till I unlock 40 system. Understandable. Yeah, you don't have to focus on Chaos too much unless you enjoy it, right? You don't have to focus on it too much unless you actually get to the 0 system. Is there a way to dupe a unit besides the gacha? Yes, the shop. I mean, okay, there's 2 ways actually. So the devs already announced that there's going to be events every 3 months where you can buy a character dupe, and then you can just use the currency from the gacha system to straight up buy a character's dupe from the shop. Khalib, Haru, Cass is a good team. Sure. Let's see if we actually get rid of these guys. So I've been asked this 10 times today, but did they change how the save data is calculated? I removed the monster card from my deck, but they removed my Divine Epiphanies and put the monster card back. You removed a monster card from your deck? And they took away your Divine Epiphanies, but gave you back the monster card. That is hilarious. I don't think anybody else has yet tried to remove a monster card from their deck. That is interesting. No. See, the concept of removing a card itself costs save data. That's my going theory at the moment. That you going out of your way to shorten your deck, to make your deck more potent itself, is something that counts towards save data value. So if you remove cards from your deck rather than reduce the save data value, you actually increase it, right? Because like if you cut down on a deck and you have more potent cards in there, you know, this kind of like the thought process. Hey guys, I'm struggling on my team. Can help me out. Olea, Magna, and Amir. Will this work? If not, what should I replace? It feels like Amir is not doing much at all. Exactly. Amir really isn't doing the most. So you could be running like Magna, Maribel, Olea. Beryl. Run Beryl. Run Olea, Beryl, Magna if you want to. Olea, Beryl, Magna, and then just run for retain synergy. What should I aim for? Either Haru, E1, or her partner? Go for a partner. I would recommend partner above E1 Haru. What's up, WG? Just pulled Rin. Looking forward to watching a ring guide. Hey, enjoy, man. Hope you're able to take something away from this. And I swear there's... Like, every day you still find new ways to... Like, think about potential builds. Like, you know what's even possible? You could play like a Rin card spam build, during which you pull yourself a bunch of cards in your hand, and then have one of your cards reduce all Rin card costs by 1, which then pretty much allows you to, especially if you have like a card draw engine, use like 10, 12 Rin card attacks in one turn, which is just something else. Is there a limit? I don't know if there's a true limit to how many cards, but every card has like a safe data value, and the more valuable the card, the less likely you are to keep it at the end of the run, should your difficulty not be high enough. I'm experimenting with Mika Veronica Rin comp because the Ballista doesn't remove Dark Stance and she draws other combatant cards. Understandable. Like, my only issue would be, I just love to see Rin's numbers be very big, and that's why I kinda run Ray, so that Ray can like interact with Rin's cards and make Rin's cards deal even more damage. That's like the only real reason, right? Right? It's just so number go bigger, right? Number go higher. This would be a bit of damage to everybody. I mean, sure. Rinny 2 and Karen E0 with his partner 5-star Biz. What should I run for your Void team? You can just run 2 Void teams. I found it interesting that someone said he was sad that he pulled Karen, Rin, and Renoa. I don't see why you shouldn't be running 3 Void TPSs or 2 Void teams, right? Like, I don't think anything actually stops you from doing so, so might as well. How to get dupes from events? I don't know. I just know that the devs announced it. And that was going to be something. They talked about it in the dev interview early October in the monetization section of the video. So I just know that it's the thing, but I cannot tell you how. Right? I'm not going to be here and pretend that I know how it works, because I don't. Why don't I use Orlea instead of Mika with Rin? I like getting more AP. I like the extra healing. I'm just used to just running Mika. Just feels natural, you know? Do you know if Rin does more ego damage if she's in Dark Mist stance or not? Only if you have a card that has to do with her being in the stance. So if you have the upgrade card that says 50% increased damage while in Dark Mist stance, that then also works for the ultimate. Is there any other IP generator other than Mika? No, but you can create a AP generator by getting something like this, right? So this one would be 2/3 AP, 1 AP, 0 cost. But it's an upgrade card. No. Imagine if it was on the leftmost one. Shikes. It's almost perfect. Unfortunately, we can only play this card once per run. So close, so close. Wait, Orlea's currently bugged. Why would Orlea be bugged? Isn't Orlea bugged with Retain only working on Swifty? No, she has passive effects. You can see the number of the Swifty, but the other effects heal you at the end of the turn or give you a damage bonus in the top left. You can like check it and it says something like softy damage bonus, right? It's just, you just have to look for it, right? Do you know if the bullet order gear set plus order card damage works for Hugo extra attacks, or is it just actual cards used? It is talking about card damage. And if you are to believe all these Hugo mains, it should not be working, because the extra attacks are indeed separate, because the extra attacks aren't order cards. They are, yeah, they're an extra action, right? They're an extra action. Would Haru work with Veronica for card drawing? Yeah, I don't see why not. Just use crit and attack for Hugo, or if you run him with Tressa, the agony side, yeah. Alright, here we get more AP. We have the ability ready. We don't need it though. We can heal ourselves further. Mind Break reroll tech. Maybe you should explain a bit more. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. There could be a lot of things you mean with this. So maybe just give me a bit more information. I can let you know if I ever heard of whatever you're talking about. Ching! Ray or Veronica with Rin? Personally Ray, but that's because I have Ray built. My Veronica is currently level 1, because I didn't yet have the chance to invest into her, unfortunately. What be the best Kalib team? Kalib, Haru, Mika. Pretty solid. Pretty straightforward. Pretty powerful. Okay, so we have this fucker. And he has... Ew! Who thought this was a good idea? Wait. Huh? Do you read what I just read? Does it say max health? Does my guy gain a shield equal to 3000 health every day? Is that like every turn just 3000 shield? Or is that again a mistranslation? But his max health decreases, you are right. His max health does decrease in the best case scenario. We just don't have any cards. Like, if there's anything you could complain about Mika for, is that there's no card draw. But then again... I mean, sure. Let's see what happens. This is a very weird boss, I'll admit. Can you show which one would be a basic card, unique card, or neutral card? Okay, basic cards are the 3 attacks. The attack, then the second attack, that's either 1 or 2 cost, and then the shield or the heal. Those are the basic cards. Unique cards are every card that is featured on your character. So all the blue cards, the purple card, and the golden card, right, if you look at the text. Basic cards of your character have white text. Unique cards have blue, gold, and purple. And neutral cards are cards that you take from the outside into your character's deck. Alright, let's see. Here, we can draw with this one. That's good. So we can at least attack him, enter into the stance, and then do an attack. It's better than nothing. Okay, how much of a shield does he gain? 54? Did you just see my guy gain 54 shield that instantly disappeared? How does this make any sense? What was that? Did he just gain a shield worth 54 shield and then the turn ended? I'm not tripping, am I? 54 shield and the turn is over. What is going on? What are you doing? What is this? A 50, and it doesn't even make sense. He gets it at the end of his turn, and it's gone by the time we're back attacking. Huh? What is that? Like, that saves him against what? End of turn damage? Like agony? Yeah, maybe. That is one weird boss. That is for sure. Huh. Alright, so we don't have anything to lose. Can we end it here? We should still out-heal him. And if we get a lucky draw, we might even just walk away with something positive. If not, we just undo the turn. Should you save your rescue merit or use it to E2 Ronor? I don't know, it depends. Like, you'll have to, you're kind of locked into her if you pick her E2 right now. Whereas if you save it, you could be looking out for potentially like really interesting combos later down the line. Like, I don't think you need it at the moment, do you? Right? Alright, tenacity damage, sure. Okay, we have a final shot before we go to the first fight. We have a bunch of coins, so let's get rid of Whirlpool, because I despise the card. Cloud Walking Shoes. When you break an enemy, 40 shield. Big shield combo, big shield. I mean, it's decent, but we're not playing for shields. RSF 16, no. Creation, we don't create. I don't believe in that card. We can't buy. Quantum Collector. I mean, I guess that works on Rin. When an ally uses an upgrade card, we have a bunch of upgrade cards. Mail in dupe instead of a new 5-star. Ooh, that happened to me 7 times already. Getting a dupe instead of a new 5-star. Tough times for me. Truly tough times. Alright. So we get ourselves the extra wave, the extra turn, the extra wave at the start of the turn. We don't enter into the stance, but we do pull a card. We can shoot an arrow, healer saves, attack. And then kind of our turn is already over. Hey, Simon Paul, good morning! So it's morning for you. For me, it's basically end of the day, right? This is kind of the last thing we're gonna do before I head to bed. Alright, so here we could activate this. We can reduce his morale by multi-hitting. Do we need anything more? No. But we can increase the healing. Healer saves, enter into the stance, attack with Dark Blade, and then finish on the attack. Could I recommend a Renoa or a Karen team that wouldn't use Miko or Nia? Renoa, Cassius, Kalib, Renoa, Cassius, Maribel, Renoa, Cassius, Magna. Sounds pretty solid. Hey, Trilex, yep, we are going to be here for quite a while. Alright, we have the upgrade card, which could give us AP. It could also increase our healing for the duration of the fight. We have the one-hit, yeah, sure. And then we can upgrade this, we can upgrade this, we can attack, and we can hit. And we could break him here, but we don't do that. We do that next turn. Okay. We have a bunch of multi-hitters. We can increase the damage of the next hit. Alright, let's break him. Let's break him first. Luke for Hugo is a good idea. All I saw was Hugo plus Chester teams. I mean, you can run Luke with Hugo. I don't see how... Like, there shouldn't be too much of a difference between the two, honestly. Okay, here we get some nice cuts. Let's get some more cuts in. You can reroll escapism card when character is mind broken and can't snap out with the current escapism by using another card. It rolls the odds of healing from mind break. Interesting, okay. Why the save data name can only have 8? I don't know. That you gotta ask. You gotta ask the save data gods why they decided to make it like this. Alright, let's draw us one card. And then, yeah, just increase the damage. How can I do so much damage with Rin? Our Rin is level 50. And yeah, we're running a damage dealing increasing support. Even though, honestly, our damage increase isn't that great. Besides, like, the 1 cost increase right now. Our synergy is kind of trashed here right now. No wonder we're not doing more damage. Karen Dupe 2 is crazy, become a monster. Yes, you know, that's the fun part. Every character becomes ridiculous once you have him on the E2. That's the fun part. Alright, we can further increase the cloud damage. Do some damage, get the slash in, and GG. Nice. Alright, first boss. Now we need to continue. Hey, oh, we do get rewards. Okay, which can we copy? Ooh. Okay, okay. We could get ourselves another Dark Mist Secret Art Destruction. That'd be fun. Because it at least replaces itself with a Rin attack card. When vulnerable is applied by a card, apply weaken. We don't do that. If HP is below 50%, recover 8. Better than nothing. Honestly, at this point, better than nothing. Chaos Loot. Ideal for the crit damage set. I am willing to gamble, so let's get it. We don't know what the main stats are, but we can check that out after the run. Sweet stuff. Alright. We have Envy for the morale. Draw 1 card when discarding. Or we gain 1 AP at the start of the turn. So extra AP. Draw when discarding. Or morale based on AP spent. I will probably go with the extra AP. So we are now going to start our turns with 4 AP rather than 3. We have a purpose stage, a purpose stage, a purpose stage, a purpose stage, and a boss stage, and then a final boss stage. Looks like we're going for the bottom lane here. Then can we cut over? Yes. So, okay, we run bottom lane until we need to go up to the secret event. Alright, so let's see. If we enter into the stance, then we pull ourselves a Rin card. 3. You want me to pay 3? Disgusting. Alright, sure. Cooked. Alright, and then we can just get this out of the way. And then just deal damage with Strike of Darkness and attack. Are we on the Nihilium planet? Yes, we're playing Void Planet. Yo, Laser Raptor, Abend. Abend. Boom, bang, boom. Welcome back, Rin. We could use our ult for funsies, but that would be kind of wasteful, so we're not going to do that. You hate that monster that increased the card of each blade? See, the fun part is, it actually only increases it if you don't play an attack. If you play an attack, it actually decreases the cost. So, it's actually kind of a nice monster if you think about it. So long as you play attack cards, he's actually a buffer. He actually makes your cards cheaper. Boom. Is that stage 5 planet 1? This is difficulty 5 in the 0 system for planet 3. Void Planet boss by far the easiest? True, it doesn't really do much. Alright, let's go into the Void. Okay, so we can get ourselves the, when using an attack card, plus 20% fixed shield item, but for that we need to gamble our HP. So we sacrifice HP. Then we sacrifice HP. Let's sacrifice again. Okay, we now need to roll a 7. We need to roll a 7. Yes, thank you. Totally worth it. Thank you, Mr. Void, man. Appreciate it. What Battle Pass partner should you be getting? I would probably recommend Nyx. But I'll break it down tomorrow. That's on the game plan. Okay, let's see. This just draws us a card, but doesn't put us into the stance. So we would enter the stance with this card, draw an attack card with this skill, use this to exhaust the potential card. It's again the cost increase, motherfucker. All right. Sure. And now this costs us 2. If we use this, it becomes a 3 cost. Nice. Now this is a 1 cost, 1 cost, 1 cost, 1 cost would go to 2 cost, 2 cost. Let's see what happens here. Bye bye. And then we can play the Deluge. And then sure, why not? Let's Rin ult again. You have every 5-star besides Rin? Damn. Have I ever tried to attack Void Man? Not yet. I am still a little scared about him. I don't want him to whoop my ass. Oh! Invade! Let's go! So this might just be another legendary or another mythic piece in our hands right here. Biggest problem, we already have a mythic piece on Rin, so this would have to go to someone else. So we're hoping for something a little bit more supportive. Okay, so order is going to be, doesn't really make a difference, not much we can do here. So we Mika, attack, Mika, Rin, Mika, doesn't do much, and we end our turn. Do Luke's 0-cost bullet cards count as a basic attack? No, they don't count as a basic attack. Are we lucky AF? Not quite. We're playing on a high difficulty, meaning it is more likely for special events to happen. Alright, so we obtain the stance. Get ourselves wave and AP. Get ourselves an attack card and a damage bonus. Increase the damage of said attack card. Then attack the guy with it. To then draw a card. That happens to be a Mika card which we don't play. Hey, you got to stage 7 of the harder basin. Nice. I haven't even bothered with it yet. Because I kind of want to save that for like... Ooh, nice. Nice. At the start, 10% max HP at the start of the battle, 1 AP, 1 draw. Couldn't be anything better for Mika. Alright. So yeah, our Mika run this time looks a little funny. So, we can once again enter the stance. Increase the damage by 50% and draw a card. Play this card for free. Further increase the damage of our multi-hitter. Use this card first because it gives us 2 morale. Then heal ourselves. And then finish off with this attack. Alright. What would I think of using Veronica instead of Rin in this team? Veronica is not a hyper carry. This is kind of like a hyper carry setup, meaning you put like all your hopes and dreams into one unit. So, I don't know. It's obviously not going to be like bad, but also it might not perform to your expectations unless you're going for like a very specific Veronica build, or you have like multiple awakenings or like really good memory fragments or something that like lets her deal like a big amount of damage, right? Okay, so we have... For 1 turn, retain the stance, create Dark Mist, Secret Art, Annihilation, and apply Ephemeral. For 1 turn, retain Dark Cloud stance, 0 cost, 30% damage. At the start of the turn, obtain Dark Mist stance. So it's between the middle one and the rightmost one. We do have a bunch of AP to throw around right now. But this would be a 2-cost investment. We play it for 1, get 1, play it. So I'm tending towards Dark Mist Inner Art. the middle one, but let's just pick the creation one. I didn't really pick it often, so might as well just go with it. Alright. Let's see. We have the upgrade in here, then we go down, then we go up. No, we stay down, and then we go up. So we could go up and then back down. Alright, let's go up and then back down. Okay, Epiphany to one random card, select and remove one card, or obtain a piece of equipment. We could remove the water arrow. We could remove material regeneration. We have an Epiphany here already. We have an Epiphany here already. We have an Epiphany here already. This card is also already Epiphanied. This could still be Epiphanied. This could still be Epiphanied. This could still be Epiphanied. This one could still be Epiphanied. This one should be Epiphanied. This one is Epiphanied. This one is Epiphanied. So would be a Ray Epiphany. Might as well. Oh, Godly one. You know, just because it's shiny doesn't mean it's good, right? Even though this shines and it looks like, oh wow, ooh, ah, doesn't mean it's good, right? This one doesn't really work with Rin, right? Straight up, it just doesn't really work with Rin, but at least we could get ourselves some more morale, which is never truly wrong. There's some really good ones for where this could work, but in combination with Rin, it's not one of them. Alright, so we want to enter into our stance, because we don't have a single stance card right now. So we're kind of hoping that by getting rid of Water Arrow, we get a stance card, which we didn't. So we play the Blessing of the Waves, which doesn't yield a stance card. So I guess we play the card to draw a stance card, which at least that we do. So we can then deluge, because it's free, to then attack. Alright, it's a little... Woo. You know, at the moment I don't even bother with the second team. There's no point, right? You have 2 weeks until you need to bother with the second team. As of this moment, you do not need to pay a single bit of mind to a second team, because it's, for the most part right now, irrelevant. You don't need it. Rin have any way to auto-stance each turn? Yes, there's a card that allows you to auto-stance, but it's one of the worst cards you could pick. So I wouldn't really recommend doing that. But she can also, I think, auto-stance with basically every single one of her cards should you get her to E4. So if you want the easiest time in the world to get Rin into her stance, just get her 5 times total, right? Like, it's that easy. Yeah. So just make it happen, right? Just make it happen. But yeah, don't pick the stance every turn card. There are so many better ways to enter into the stance. There's so many better ways to enter into the stance. It's just that we kind of actively removed a couple ways to enter into the stance ourselves. What is this? A full hand of shock? Wow, shocking. Done. I think that's when the hyperspace basin ends. Yes, 18 days. I think, yeah, it's 18 days. It's around the 2.5 weeks until hyperspace basin ends. Okay, so we at least can draw us a card. Why are we not getting anything useful? You know what I mean? At least he's not hitting hard. Okay, he's starting to hit a little hard. I'm getting a little worried. Little bit. So... this one gives us more AP. This one should heal us a whole bunch. and draws a card which is non-offensive. This would break him. 372, 422. Okay, I guess we just utilize this one. Get some damage in. Do we have to double? No, okay, we get a crit. Sweet. I can't decide if I want to play Rin Mika Veronica or Rin Mika Ray. Veronica has Insane Draw, but Ray can buff the Void cards. Ray also has deck thinning, deck search, passive upgrades, the upgrade for multi-hits in multiple different ways. Like, I don't know if you would want to skip out on Ray. Speaking of bad God Epiphanies, I got the +1 AP effect on Mika's Finale / Ultimate skill. LMAO, so useless. Very true. Very true. That really doesn't do much. Okay. So, 23 defense, full max. I select one card to Epiphany. Say less. Obviously, there would have been some better choices. But for now, we're going to go with Snack Time. Let's see what we can get. Okay. Discard 2, 1 Void card. From draw pile exhaust, then draw. Select card from hand to exhaust. Exhaust 2, heal, draw 1. How important is it for us to find a specific Rin card? It's not that important. But it might be helpful. So let's just go with the dedicated Void pick card. Yeah. Ultimate is now called Finale and Celestia is now called Heaven. Celestia is now called Heaven. Okay, where do we need to go? Where was the chunky guy? Ah, yeah, we just stick with the bottom lane. Alright, alright. Why are the best cards food related? Because food is good. Yeah, I think that's pretty apt. Let's see if we can draw something useful. Okay, I guess we're drawing an attack card this way. What a needlessly annoying turn. Okay. But this one doesn't draw us anything. Whatever. Okay, I guess no stands for us. We have too many cards. We can attack once. We can attack again. Now we can play this for free. Draw another card. At least enter the stands. And yeah, end our turn. Where can you find the pathway guide? Is X+1 useful for Rin? No, she doesn't have a single X plus X. She doesn't have a single X card, so it doesn't do anything for her. Ooh, that's a bunch of health we're about to lose. Let's see, how much do you take? 148 times 2, and you are 347. But we can at least kill him if we try. Is there any draw cards we have? No, so we just activate the buffing bonus. Hit him. That still wasn't enough. Damn. Yeah, I guess we have to emergency partner. I'm not about to take 700 damage for no reason. When does weekly reset happen? It is always on a Sunday. Sunday evening. Or whenever reset happens for you on the daily, it's gonna happen on a Sunday. Okay, so Mika is mind broken. That doesn't usually happen that often. We have 4 AP. We can get ourselves more morale. Increase the damage of, let's say, the drawing slash to then activate the stance and finish this thing off. Very useful. Did you see the promo preview trick explanation or should I post it again? I didn't understand it, honestly. I was looking at the words you were talking about, but I didn't quite... Like, it's something along a card and then you try to re-roll the effect and try to, like, insta-break someone out of the stance, but I don't really understand the trigger condition, nor did I understand what I would actually have to look for to properly make that work. So, yeah. Maybe it needs to be explained in a bit more simpleton terms. What are the purple signals? It's the currency you can farm for the zero mode to make yourself stronger. Okay, so we are fighting a summoner. This summoner makes his minions stronger, and our goal is to kill them as fast as possible, because otherwise they're gonna cook us. So let's open up with a 0 cost. See if we can get Mika back, which we don't. He's gonna activate a shield, but we should be able to break through it. So we give ourselves the morale. Ah, but he already applied the wild buff, huh? Right, this guy dies. We get the attack card. This guy dies. We are max HP, so no need to heal. If you hold the breakdown card and check the top left, it will show you if you will gain HP early break. It rerolls every non-breakdown card you play from other characters, so you can preview it again. What do you mean? If you hold the breakdown card and check the top left, it will show if you will gain HP early break. It rerolls every non-breakdown card you play. Okay. Oh, that's disgusting. I don't like it. I mean, I do like it, but I don't like it, if you know what I mean. Okay, so we play this. And then we just see if we heal. Okay, it feels wrong, you know. Okay, so we play this card. Play this card. Okay, I guess nothing happened. Ah, shit. We're actually in kind of a tough spot here, at least a little bit. What is this? Poison. Are we ever gonna get through to the summoner? Not at the current pace we're playing cards. This might get a little troublesome. How am I meant to survive this anyway? We are mega cooked. We are mega cooked. This is GG. Like, look at this. We are about to take 1,000 damage. 1,000 damage, huh? Two ways, right? You either kill the summoners and then you kill him if you have enough attack cards, or yeah, you use AoE, or you kill him before he has the dogs attack you. Yeah, there's, I guess, a couple ways, right? Is Renoa any good? Oh, absolutely, she's fantastic. Yeah, I think this is it for the run. Tough times. Tough times. What is a passion card? A card with a red border. A card with a red border, a card used by a passion person. Yeah, obviously when you kill him, when you kill the mobs, he spawns more, but you can still like kill them all and then kill him, right? I mean, we should basically be done for here. Whee! Bye bye. Nah, it wasn't too graphic. Now we just have to delete Mika's memory. Make her forget that this ever existed. What level was that? Level 50. Difficulty 5. Zero system. Gold map? I don't know. Okay, we have to pay 45,000. What do we get? Why do we only have a yellow planet? I don't like the yellow planet. Oh, we could play Kayron on the yellow planet. What do you think? We play AoE planet with Kayron? We have a couple yellow planet maps. Sure, let's try playing Kayron on the Instinct planet then. Alright, let's see if there's anything I can change. Save data, memory fragments. No. Desire. No. Passion damage goblet is what we just gained. Ooh! Executioner's tool with attack percent main stat and crit chance. Hold up. But I don't have another executioner's tool piece, but this piece is nice. Alright, we'll leave that for now. Yeah, okay. I think he'll be fine. Alright, let's see if we can do something here. What ringy do I have for crit? It's just the top right piece. The top right piece with crit percent main stat. In gold, it gives you 27%. Select and obtain one among 3 rares or we gain an Epiphany. Let's go for an Epiphany. Alright, we start in with the retain. It's been a while since I played the bug planet. Why nightmare mode? More events, more epiphanies, more chances for godly encounters, more chances for rare encounters, higher save data, more difficulty. Those are like kind of the reason why. What main stats can be there for the pieces? Are there any fixed ones? The left side pieces are fully fixed. The right side pieces in order go attack percent, HP percent, crit chance, crit damage, and then it goes attack percent, defense percent, all the factions, and then the bottommost one should be attack percent, defense percent, ego recovery, and HP percent. You can check it in the storage. You can check it in the storage and the crafting section. Oh! Huh? You see this? You see what I see? Man, it was so fucking worth it exploring the planets, because this is a fate that we unlocked on, I think, exploration level for either planet 1 or planet 3. The next time we defeat an elite monster, we gain a monster card. That is fantastic. Okay, so where's the first elite monster we can face? Down here. Then, yeah, let's do that. Which gear set is the best for Rey? I'm currently having her on the Void set. But what you could, like, if you want to build her as a support, just run, like, the max HP, max defense, and then the basic attack cards deal more damage and heal more for healing. Or you just run her in the Void set, standard. You never thought that Gold Gear would make such a huge difference. Gold Gear is a high prior immo once you hit level 40. Thoughts? Right side Gold Gear on your hyper carry, yes. Yes. Okay. We could use this and then create a card. Sweet. What do we gain? Ah, black hole. Nice. So we can just cook him. And we can just spend 2 futilities. What character should you reroll for? Go by looks. Go by looks and then figure out how to make him work. Like, go to the official YouTube channel. Watch all the character showcases. See whose animations you like the most. And then reroll for that guy. Or you reroll for 2 5-stars. And you pick that account. That's the only thing you should be looking out for. But if not, if you're looking for like power recommendations, Hugo, I don't even want to mention Hugo. You could go for Khalib, you could go for Renoa, you could go for Kayron, you could go for Rin, you could go for Hugo, you could go for anybody. Okay, convert selected cards into the card Fluider. All combatants' stress increases, but we get when taking damage after 1 turn 60% fixed shield. That can be helpful. Not too worried about the stress. The shield might just come in clutch. So let's put that on Mika so we increase our healing. Hugo, Freudian slip. Hugo must be good. No, Hugo is good as well. I just didn't want to mention him first. I'm at the point where it's asking me to make a second team. My first team is a mate. You don't have to make a second team. Even if the game asks you, you can just decline. You can just be like, no, I'm not doing it. And then you don't do it. Sounds silly, but that's how it works. Could Khalib work with Rin? Everybody can work with Khalib. It just depends on what you mean with work. Can they coexist? 100%, right? Should you play it? Maybe not. What is the minimum stage to die or escape to reset the fate cards? Honestly, I don't know. I think as long as you die, they might just reset. Like, I know that if you escape, like if you quit instantly, you don't get them. Maybe you have to beat one fight. Maybe you have to go further. I can't give you the exact place. Oh, it's this monster card? I don't want the Arbiter monster card. Ah, this could have been so much cooler. Oh, sad. Alright, Arbiter monster card it is. How many epiphanies can you get per character in a run? For cards? You can get infinite so long as you have cards that can still get epiphanied. Every card can only get epiphanied once. So that means, for example, think about it like this. If we look at our Kayron, this card can get an epiphany, this card can get an epiphany, this card can get an epiphany, and we can get one more that could get an epiphany. But if we duplicate a card before it gets an epiphany, you can get another epiphany. Right? So you can get epiphany so long as every single card that could get one gets epiphanied. If you buy a card from the shop, that card can get epiphanied. If you get a monster card, that card can still get an epiphany. So pretty much, so long as you have cards that can get epiphanied, you can get an epiphany on the card. Ta-da! Alright, what do we do here? Get 1 AP. Heal. Do nothing? Are we at growth guide 8 yet? I don't have a affinity 10 character. For 2 days in a row now, I was unable to find myself a for 2 days in a row now, I was unable to find myself a Rin in the city. So she's only like 8.5. Tomorrow you'll finally be level 40. Hey, congrats. Ooh, godly. Okay, hit me. What do we have? The X card with increased tenacity damage. The Echo Futility starting at 0 cost. And the triple creation. Huh. I mean, we kinda have to go for the Godly Epiphany just because it's the Godly Epiphany. But we could also just not do that. We're gonna play Scaling Kairon, right? Can we still play Scaling Kairon, or are we locked out? I don't think we got any Epiphanies yet, so I wanna play as many based on futility cards as possible, so we're gonna rock the 0 cost one. That 100% tenacity is so strong? It depends, only if we really can take advantage of actually breaking the enemy. If there's nothing we can like follow up with, there truly isn't really a purpose to us doing it. I wonder if it's worth focusing back on the tree instead of buying affinity gifts, since level 50 is far away enough that we'll hit 10 naturally. You don't need level 50 to make it through the stage 7 at least. Oh, yeah, it's the monster card, it's the guarantee. See, oh, they changed the Arbitum card. They changed the Arbitum card. During the limited playtest, what the Arbitum card did was give you 2 crystallization. It gave you 2 crystallization, meaning a 40% shield at the end of every turn. But this 15% damage 1 time per turn seems pretty solid to slap on a Mika. Let's get a Kairon Epiphany. We have all Kairon cards in hand now. And we might even get a Godly Epiphany for the monster card to make it even more worthwhile. Alright, the choice is pretty irrelevant, but give me a feel. Top or down? I only want to see top or downs in chat. What I see more, we'll pick. Top or down? Up, down, or you could even say left, right, I don't care. Top or down, where are we going? It's pretty much up to whatever. So let's see what kind of event we can find. Top, 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 top. Top. Get to that shop. Top, 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 top. Top, 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 top. I mean, alright, sure, let's go to the top. Let's see what we find at the top. At the top, we find a gigantic mushroom. Alright, sure. Hit me with that Epiphany, big boy. Alright, if this card is in hand, -1 morale. Fuck. We want to sell that card at the next best shop. 100%. I want to get rid of that fucking card. Alright, boss fight. How do you target God tier Epiphanies? You play the highest difficulty content possible, and then you have 2 choices. You either get lucky, or you pick Godly Epiphanies during events, right? There's going to be certain rare events that allow you to purposefully trigger Godly Epiphanies. Okay, this one would be based on futility count. This card is at least free. We can use the Mika card to give ourselves more AP, so we can jumpstart our Kairon bonus, which means we can then play these out to attack and triple exhaust. You want to braid my hair? I don't want to braid my hair, but I also... I mean, we could do that. Could we do that better? We could do that better. That's fine. We should be fine. Alright. But I mean, I take it as a compliment. So, let's go with the futility. Create some futilities. Do some damage. And there we go. Which team is better between Hugo Tressa Mika and Haru Magna Mika? Ooh, probably Hugo Tressa Mika might just have the edge. Okay. We could reduce our damage taken. We need to get rid of the shackles though. And we can increase our AP. Reduce the damage taken. Get ourselves a sphere for healing. Get rid of the futility and attack. Why are you not doing over level 5 chaos? Why not 7 to 8? Because I didn't get there yet. I was basically memeing around, not even memeing around. I was just playing around. I was mostly focusing on like bringing out informational content, and for my promotion match to match 51, I got cooked by a B minion that decided to do 1,500 damage in a hit, and that just kind of ended the run. Okay, 40% damage for cards with a cost of 1 or below is exactly what we're looking for. Because this works with our 0 cost card, works with our attack cards, works with all our other cards. Is pretty damn good. Parasitic Spores is reducing our morale. Do we care? No, we can still get rid of the shackles. We can remove another futility. We could get ourselves 1 AP. I don't think we need to though. It depends. Like, there's a lot of things you could or couldn't be doing in regards to team comps. I would need a little bit more information on what you do and don't have available. Okay. Is there a way for us to do something special here? If we go to 4 AP, we play this, and then we play this for 2. That could work. Okay, what kind of Epiphany do we get? Oh, we still didn't have the Oath of Vanity, duh. Okay, bye-bye. At the start of the battle, extra damage. Sure, Kayron. Do some more damage at the start of the battle. What do I care? Which Nectar Epiphany do you prefer with Kayron? Select Void or draw one? Select Void. Because it instantly reduces the cost of a 3 cost card down to 0. Yeah. The reduced morale at the beginning is a little annoying. But we should be fine. Who's my favorite character? Rin. Favorite character is Rin. Luke is more fun, pew pew pew. A valid argument. My favorite was Renoa. She didn't want to come home. I thought I was gonna be like Renoa fanatic, or I was gonna pick either Renoa or Luke, and I've pulled 17. I don't know, anywhere from like 14 to 17 5-stars, and none of them were Renoa or Luke. So yeah, they abandoned me, so I'm gonna abandon them. There you go. You love Rin if she comes home, but Veronica all day right now, understandable. She is hella cute, and she has a really impactful kit. Doesn't really cost you much, just deals end of turn damage. It's just overall nice to have. You gotta, when you hit level 40, hey, congrats on level 40. Any Renoa experts in here? If not, I would just recommend using Renoa Mika Ray and just cook. Like, just run her as a hard carry. But you can probably use Nia or Cassius as well. Took my luck. It is what it is. You get lucky with all the bullet characters. Luke, Lucas, and Renoir. Do I still use Khalib? I use Khalib on my free-to-play. I'm mainly playing hyper carries on main. But that's just for funsies. I do have a Khalib. I just don't bother with her yet. How are y'all level 40 already? We buy stamina for gems. If you're willing to buy stamina for gems, you could be level 40 right now as well. Why am I not using Khalib? I don't want to. I don't have the resources to spare to build every single character. And I just don't feel like playing Khalib. You're 44 free to play. Congrats. You might have lost a whole bunch of gems. That is a little tough, but this is your decision to make. You're gonna build 2 teams? Yeah, sure. You can build 2 teams, you just don't need them right now. Keep in mind, the resource cost of sustaining 2 teams, it is prohibitively expensive. You're gonna be running out of gold, you're gonna be running out of stamina, you're going to be running out of, out of a whole bunch of resources. But if you think that's worth it, then that is your decision to make and you should stick with it. Do you know anything about the bug or feature that just changes your save data after chaos runs, like straight up adds, removes cards, or changes the epiphanies? Yes, it means you haven't played on difficult enough content yet. Like, for example, epiphanies take up save data. If it's too much, you only get the base version. Removing base cards should increase save data. If it's too much, then you just get the card added back in. At least that's pretty much what we're going with for the moment. So the higher difficulty basically allows you to keep everything, but at the lower levels you can't yet make perfect builds. How to play in Basin without 2 teams? You don't have to play the Basin right now. Why would you want to play the Basin? Right? Make a mail-in guide. I can look into it. Kinda rushed the second team and then you saw reset is only in 14 days. Exactly. You have to, for XP growth, you need 2 teams and get to level 3. Yeah, but that you can just use any team. Right? You can just be level. You're out leveling it at that point already. You can just smash anything together and you're gonna succeed there. I don't think this is like a case of, ooh, you need a dedicated team and you need to fully invest into them. These stages, especially getting to level 3, is so easy. You can just do whatever you want, right? I own every single unit in the game. What do you think is better? Hugo, Tressa, Mika, Nia, or Hugo, Selena, Nia? Hugo, Tressa, Mika, probably. And you don't have to spam things 3 times. We did see it the first time. I believe. Yep, indeed, Silver and Blood is getting a little sus. In my case, I got 4 level 40 characters. Just use 2 in each. You don't really need a healer for that anyway. Exactly. Like, you just do it. I don't even think you need level 40 units, honestly. Why not play out the spores to remove them from the deck? Oh, is it remove? I saw it as exhaust. That just might be my brain not working. That might just be my brain not checking it. I actually read it as exhaust, as in I would just have it twice per fight. So that is entirely on me. All of these things are remove, huh? Instead of exhaust. I should have just fucking played them. Such a shame we can't replace purple gear. Wonder if it's intended. What do you mean we can't replace purple gear? Do you mean that you cannot epiphany purple cards? We cannot replace purple gear. Oh, you cannot replace... There should be an option to sell it. Are you're talking about mythic gear? Sure. I like when we get a purple weapon and we get another, I can't replace it. Yeah, it is the highest quality of gear. It is also only one per character. They are meant to be very powerful. So you just have to be a bit more mindful with who do you put them on. I mean, I guess you call the color purple, right? I guess you would refer to it as purple. Oh, Divine Epiphany on... What is going on with our Mika this time? When own card is used, 1 wave for 1 turn, draw 1, 0 cost. That can work. That can work. Might not be the best. Might not be what I was initially going to go for. But, hey. It's better than nothing. Weaken to a random enemy. We have the Brand of Annihilation. We could exhaust the bleed. What? I almost stumbled my face into the table. Holy fucking shit. That would have been something. I'm running 2 set attack and whatever else for memory fragrance right now. Have you actually farmed them out? I'm running 2 set attack and 4 set void on Kayron, 2 set attack and 4 set crit damage 1 cost on Rin. Alright. What do we need to do here? Still doesn't kill. Almost kills all of them. At least we can play this one. Gonna use the card for free. Let's see what it hits. Hits the boss. This futility we can use right here. Can exhaust some futilities for free because we want to play the Brand of Annihilation anyway. So... I prefer, for Rin I prefer 2 set attack percent, 2 set crit damage and 2 set basic attack cards. Most of the damage from Rin does come from her 1 cost skill cards instead of the basic attack cards. It's crazy how fast the run can go bad. Yep, it is pretty much 1 decision away from you getting completely shafted. You usually don't tend to get 2 mythic weapons in a run, I believe. So, I don't think it's a problem for many, but I do understand the frustration. Oh no! Kayron is getting a little weird. But we should be fine here. We can pretty much stall for time until we get Kayron out of the mind break. Like this. We can start working on getting rid of this fucking parasitic spores. You know, we might just stall a little longer on this guy, just so we can rid of the parasitic spores, unless you obviously start dealing too much damage, right? That'd be a little tactical analysis, card draw. This at least replaces the AP. Where's our damage? You know what I mean? We currently don't have any damage. We're not getting through this. At least not as fast as I would like it to be. Yeah, like honestly, where are all our Kayron cards? This is just Kayron cards, basically, in here. So heal for AP. Bleed so we don't take extra damage. Let's actually undo that. No, wait, he isn't even attacking this turn, so we're fine. Luckily, he's not attacking this turn. Alright. He should not be able to survive this turn. That's the hope. There we go. Nice. Okay, we've dealt with the bug, and now it's an elite that is improved. Oh, it's these fuckers again. Ay. Why do I have to face them twice? And they actually have... Okay, when a monster dies, gain morale. When targeted by an attack card, remove, stun. Alright. This one is for free. This one's more damage, this one's preparation. And this one's our attempt at starting to stun every single one of these guys one by one. Alright. Do I have a place where you can see my Karen build or my Ray build? Yes, I have a video. It's on YouTube right now, released today. You can check it out. Or you can wait for the end of the run. Stay away faster, exhaust something here. No, but we could deal AoE damage. It feels so wasteful though. But it is probably the best course of action, so... Yeah, AoE damage it is. And we wait for the next turn. What does it even mean that they have quick? What is that even for kind of perk, right? What does that even mean? Quick. I couldn't ask you. If someone were to ask me what does it mean that they're quick, I don't know. Yeah. Reduce this monster action count by 3. Oh, okay, so that's the perk they have this time. I mean, the action count is infinity, so I don't think we care too much about this. I don't think that bothers me too much. Second team for Kalib. Kalib, Haru, Cassius. Yeah, I think that goes quite well. Boop. And 1 AP. So we boop this guy once. And then we boop him again. Successful turn. Why does Mika go into make a breakdown 3 to 4 times every time? Cause just her getting chosen to be hit. That's kind of it. Right? Like, game just decides that she's now the one who has to take the mental breakdown. And characters that had a mental breakdown are more likely to further get a targeted for mental breakdown. Yeah. Okay, let's get ourselves a 100% bonus. Oh, we can pick any card. Ooh. Probably the AoE card for now. How did I get enough traits of memory to craft gear? I need 100, I only got 45. You can destroy. You can destroy legendary pieces and they give 10 each. Okay, so this is reduced damage taken. Oh, this can be quite helpful here. So we can use the exhaust of Mika's cards to reduce the cost of Brand of Annihilation. Then we can play the Sphere. Run an attack. This is gonna kill. So preferably want 2 people to die. No, we need to stun one. Let's undo that. We need to stun the middle one, otherwise they're all gonna get a bunch of morale and gonna start hitting us quite hard. There we go. Nice. Okay. This shit would be a pain in the ass without AoE damage, I swear. Alright, this doesn't kill, does kill him. So he's a goner. You're getting attacked. Again. And again. And again. Alright, what a slugfest. Holy, this took forever. Could anybody go back in time and tell me how long we actually fought here? How do you stun them? They have the buff called fly formation. Every 3 hits they take, they get stunned. So, yeah, if anybody could go back in time on the stream and tell me how long we actually fought against these guys, I swear it was like 10 minutes. Five minutes? It felt so much longer. It felt that much longer. If I wanted to make a second team without Ray Mika, what would I use? Cassius or Nia at minimum. Alright, then we get rid of the futility, we basic attack, and we end the turn. Don't you think Karen has problems on endgame because he needs to develop some turns as damage, but we have just 6 turns and we need to go super fast? You can have Karen ramp up faster if you just go for certain epiphanies, right? Like, keep in mind, you have a lot of choice when it comes to which cards he does and doesn't have. A lot of choice when it comes to which cards his supports do and don't have. So you will be able to find a way for Karen to ramp faster than what you've seen there. Right, it's all situational, right? If you have a lot of turns to wait, might as well take it slow and steady. If you don't have the turns to wait, get to blasting. Do I like Karen Tresor? I don't really run Karen Tresor. I run Karen as my only DPS, and then I expect Karen to do big boy damage. No. That's kind of what I expect Karen to do. What is he referring to with 6 turns? He must have seen a stage that requires to be beaten in 6 turns or less. Would be the assumption here? No? So this guy has the most HP. One guy's gonna die, one guy's gonna survive. If we play the Oath of Vanity and then the Sphere and then the Mika card. Oh, ain't sure. Yeah, see, 12 turn limit for max rewards. I'm wondering why it then would be 6, right? Like, you can, even with slow scaling, you have 12 turns. I mean, okay, it does make sense, 12 turns, because you have 6 turns per team. What do I think of Luke? I love Luke, but he doesn't want to come home on my account, so currently I don't like him that much. Yeah, it's kind of it. Clear 1 team in 10 turns and 1 in 2? Yep, that seems about right. That seems about right. Like, honestly, this whole, like, turn-based thing, that's a problem we can get to when we have to. You have Luke but not his brother. At least you know his brother is easier to get than Luke. Because I have Lucas, but I don't have Luke. So, big up you. Huh? Hey, Honey Invaders, what's up? Can we roll an 8? No. Ah, shit. Alright. We didn't need your epiphanies anyway. Bye-bye, event. I was wondering if the Epiphany that turns Echo of Utility into X card is good or not, because even with the +1 artifact, it feels a little underwhelming whenever I get it. You have to combine it with his ult for maximum payoff, or with a very specific Epiphany. At the end of the turn, if there is no shield, could help with tankiness. Remove a card. We could get rid of Water Arrow. Clean up our rotation a bit. Let's refresh and see if we find any fancy cards. Financial Therapy. No. Time Regulator would be Epiphany. We don't need that. Another one. Assault Boots. Again defensive. Another refresh. Sadism. Lead Vulnerable. Cost of 1 random attack card in hand. Can work. Counterattack Preparation. We do also have the Initiative Triangle, don't we? So could be worse. So we have some half decent synergy going here. If you check it out, we have the yeah, we can activate a random lead card in hand. So should we ever draw into Sadism, it's gonna get activated for free. As a free-to-play player, what should you do to push your account from level 30 to 40? You should first clear the highest difficulty of every single Chaos Planet, because that is going to give you the rewards. And no, you don't have to use a ticket to get the first clear rewards. You should buy the Renault story if you haven't yet. You should make sure you have done all the battle missions or the hard battle missions. And you could decide on a limit of gems spent that you're willing to pay for making progress, right? You could be like, okay, I'm gonna spend like 100 crystals a day to make a bit faster progress, or you don't, right? Entirely up to you. Alright, we can play this futility for free, and then we can still get the Brand of Annihilation out. 450% damage, 7 damage with futility cost or 1 cost. I would probably go with the just higher base damage. Is Nia complicated? I have no clue how to use her. Kind of. Okay, we need an AoE attack. We don't have an AoE attack. Happens. We can weaken the enemy though, but we don't need that right now. You just got Alea, what do you do with her? You run in a team with Barrel and a tank and you have fun. Or you take her into a dungeon and figure out what she does and you have fun with her. Or you don't use her at all. The options are entirely up to you. Okay, another monster dies, 100. We cannot target them, we don't have any AoE. Okay, Predator's Blade into Echo of Futility, into getting rid of some futilities. Alright, is what we can do. Why is Haru's Anchor Shot combo +1 not preferred? Why would it be not preferred, right? Haru's Anchor mostly only has like really strong options. Okay, so exhaust from the door play, select up to 1 card to exhaust, then draw the same number of cards. I mean, that works. But I don't like the wording, right? It doesn't really make too much sense. Okay, what do we get rid of here? I guess we sacrifice the basic attack. Alright, we play the Oath of Vanity. Play this card. Increase our damage. For Black Hole. And then we just, yeah, play this card to play the other card, and then we just chill. And we activate Mika early and just keep the cards in hand. Help with the interior boss. I can't beat it. I'm level 41 now. The moment you start the fight, you're on a countdown. You cannot allow the summoned creatures to take a turn. Every time the summoned creatures take a turn, the boss itself massively reduces its turn meter. Your goal is to bring a bunch of single target, and the moment that boss summons the minions, you want to kill, 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 and then the boss can do nothing against you. So long as you land anywhere from turn reduction 1 to like 6, you're fine. If you get to like 9, you're basically cooked. Alright. What do we do here? We can draw one. Can increase our morale. Yeah, that's kind of it. You got one of the best draw decks for A? Sweet. Alright. Sure, let's play all our basic attacks so we have them out of the way. Use up the futility. This turn should be better. We hopefully get a black hole. That we do. At least the Brand of Annihilation, that is. And we just kill the boss. Nice. Why do you take stress when you have a shield active? Because the shield didn't break the full hits. Or your stress condition. Look at this. Your units have a stress condition. Let me find that real quick. Where is it? Here. Increases stress by 4 when removing characters from the deck. Increases stress by 2 when there are 3 or more enemies. And increases stress by 1 when entering a non-combat area. But most likely you just didn't fully block the damage yielding to you taking stress. Do you know if Renault's Dirge Bullet counts as a bullet for Luke? Yes, Renault's Dirge Bullets count as a bullet for Luke. That is what they do. Okay. Double Brand of Annihilation seems like a no-brainer. Especially because we're on a damn AoE stage. On break, 60 fixed shield, extra damage. Probably the on break fixed shield. Maybe we should have went with the weapon. Okay, Chaos Loot. Ideal for Healer's Journey. We don't need that. 3 stress every turn. If you have the debuff card, yeah, the curse, sure. Okay, when using AP, 1 morale, draw 1 card when discarding, create 1 wound, but draw 1 at the start of the turn. Create 1 wound, but draw 1 at the start of the turn should be the best option here. Okay, what do we need to do? We have a purple guy at the bottom, we have a purple guy at the top, we have some purple guys at the bottom, and a mega purple guy at the top. So we're running bottom lane here. No, we go down into this one, into the boss. Wait, we can't go from here to there. So I think we just ignore these guys. I don't want to fight them and we just go here through the middle. Yeah, it seems about right. How do you re-establish links once you lose it? You're cooked. I don't think there's a way to do it. It's kind of like a last chance. If you can beat the final boss of an exploration before you get hit again, you win. If you get hit again, you're done. I don't think there is a way to reconnect after a link crash. If there is one, do let me know. I would be pleasantly surprised. If I lose in Chaos Run, do I lose the data? No. Blood vessel connection. Does that mean? Just doesn't tell us, huh? Alright. Fine then, keep your secrets. Is my hair just naturally that majestic? Yes. I have no products, no fashion thingy things. It just does what it do and it do what it does. Alright, we exhaust one card. We exhaust another card. We reduce the cost to 1. We start attacking this guy. How much is that? Oh, it's a one-shot. That's perfect. So we deal damage. Get a Brand of Annihilation for free because it reduces the cost to 0. Probably attack with the standard futility. Get one more normal futility. And then we just AoE the hell out of these guys. New to the game, love your content. How do you hold cards in hand? They get discarded for me when ending the turn. This one. You see this keyword? Yep, as someone in chat said, see, retain. This card is not discarded at the end of the turn. So you see everything goes, but the Blessing of the Wave stays. Hey Moonis, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Late in Epiphany, let's see what we can get. Ooh, water. Water wave. I would always go with water wave. Ooh, do we go with a burst turn? Probably not, huh? Like, this would work as an exhaust card for K1, but it's kind of useless. I mean, it's not that useless. I gotta be honest, usually I wouldn't go for this, but maybe if we get like a chance to clone it, this could be pretty big in allowing like for huge burst turns for K1. But the safer option would definitely be either the... no, we have to go with the recover one in the middle. Because we are healing quite a lot through multiple different ways, so we probably go with the healing. I kind of know the grinding strategy for the Zero system. We just go with normal cards to unlock all upgrade first and go with trauma mode. It depends on how confident you are. If you are confident enough in your team and in your skills, you can just go in straight. You can just go in straight, and if you play it well, you can win. It's not that the bonuses are that crazy. It's like a 1, 2, 3, maybe 4% difference. Event encounter after material scouting. Sure, let's scout together, big guys. How will you retrieve the card? What does it mean on recover? Okay. So, on recover means if you heal yourself, but only if your HP isn't full. Currently stuck at 34 and finished all story/battles. Finish the highest difficulty of every available Chaos planet to you that is going to provide you all the first clear rewards for all the difficulties before. And no, you don't have to claim rewards at the end. At the start of turn, if HP below 40% max HP, recover 3. We can buy it, we can roll for it, or we can get credits. Yeah, I don't care about that. Give me some credits. Can you tell me if created cards like Renault's bullets are considered basic cards? No, created cards are not considered basic cards. Created cards are considered unique cards. Is what they should be. Okay. So if you upgrade your Renault's unique potential, you also increase the damage of the bullet cards. Hey, we have an Epiphany for the monster card. No, it's just we got Whirlpool. My least favorite card in the entire game. For good reason. What do you do? Thorny Skin. When targeted by an attack card, create 1 bleed card to the draw pile. When cards are created, reduce Thorny Skin. Ew. Ew. Okay, what is this? Create futilities. Should be fine. I want Rinba put Renoa dupe. We have the opposite curse. True and real. Completing where you can go on growth quest should put you from like 34 to 37. True that. Is Whirlpool bad? Yes. The reason why I don't like Whirlpool is because it goes against what you build. Like almost every single Epiphany even goes against what you build on Mika. Mika is all about building defense and building max HP and building ego recovery. Ego recovery, more ego skills, max HP so you can take more hits, defense so you can heal more. And this skill does damage based on her attack and heals you based on how much damage this does. This usually turns out to be way worse than if you just play a standard heal. Like this heal heals us more than an AoE Whirlpool. And also it costs 2. It just... No. It's just a sad time, alright? Alright, let's K-Ron ult. Why not? Let's K-Ron ult here. Alright, good stuff. Do Orlea and Khalib work well together? There is no particular synergy between the two, but where Khalib can be somewhat AP hungry, Orlea is pretty AP cheap, so you can run them alongside each other and they should rarely clash for resources. And also you can get yourself some massive shields in emergencies, some passive healing, as well as some damage bonuses on the side, as well as potentially a big hitter should you save up for a Swifty. Do I need to beat this stage speedily? I mean, sure. Wait, what do we have ahead of us? Can we check? Ah, no, we're about to go into a monster stage. So I guess we better play it a little slower. How does Mika give EP recovery? It's a stat that you want to aim for on gear, because in her potential, we're talking endgame, right? We're talking later down the line. In her potential, it says if Mika has a certain amount of ego recovery, I think she heals more. That should be like the rough off the top of my head. I can't give you the exact. I appreciate it, Adopted Spoon. Thank you very much. Okay. We have the heal. Let's get rid of this one. We have another elimination, whatever. This should be able to kill. This card doesn't do anything. How would be Khalib Kayron as a team? Khalib, Mika, Kayron. You only have one real trigger card on Kayron should you play it properly, and that would be the I mean, okay, it depends, right? You have technically 2 trigger cards, the purple card and the Echo of Futility, but depending on the Epiphanies you might lose more trigger cards. But honestly, they can work well together. It's, yeah, like you have a solid DPS, you have big DPS, and you just have the extra AoE damage plus the shields for survivability. Should your shields ever get broken, Kayron can heal you back up. Yeah, I don't see why you wouldn't, right? Exactly, Khalib, Mika, literally anyone as a third pretty much just gets the job done. Okay, it's this guy, 7 arms. 1 collector, 1 collection. Let's first get ourselves the AP. Maybe get ourselves a little bit of an AP lead as well. Are there healing cards for defense teams, Amir, Khalib, and Magna? You could pick up healing cards, like, I think it's called Emergency Healing or something from the shop. That is a Celestial Healing card that heals for 250%. You would mainly have to look out for, like, shop cards. You just unlocked the 0 mode. Should I still be running Nightmare mode or just do them on normal for now? Try them on Nightmare mode. See if you can still beat them. If you can reliably beat them, stay on Nightmare mode. If you can't, just swap to normal mode. Haru is not good for Chaos Run. She only great with good deck and decent crit chance. Yuga, on the other hand, is busted. Why don't you just give her decent crit chance, right? Give her a main step piece for 27% crit chance. Give her the 20% crit chance for 2 cost card set, and all of a sudden you're looking at 47% crit chance without considering any substats. I would call that pretty good. Celestia is called Heaven now. Habit. Force of habit. I've been yapping so much about Celestia cards that the change that they made only today hasn't yet fully went through. Right? Like, I talked about it in my latest video, yes, but it's still pattern repetition, right? If you're super confused about what exactly happens when you break the toughness bar, bonus if you can explain mace embers and how to best use them. Alright. The only thing that happens is you break an enemy if you get rid of their bars, right? The higher the AP cost of a card, the more of the bar gets taken away. Also has to do with how many hits you do and also with like the base damage of the card. But in general, cards with a higher cost take more bar, right? That's the standard. This bar that you break from an enemy, when you break it, it gives you 1 AP. It also puts the enemy into a broken state, can also be called ravage or defeat. Those are like the 3 keywords. Broken, ravage, defeat. Those all mean the same thing. During that state, there's multiple different things that interact with this, but the main gain is you get 1 AP. If you end that turn, the enemy gets their tenacity bar filled back up, but 1 additional bracket added on top. Enemy starts with 3 tenacity bars, you break him once, it goes to 4, break him again, goes to 5, 6, 7, so on so forth. Embers, on the other hand, stack on an enemy and then allow you to deal extra damage against a target should it be broken during you hitting that target upon which the embers get removed. Okay, what do we here? Anything special? No. Draw. This card already costs us nothing. Tag. Alright. Malin's 2 AP ultimate card won't consume embers when it's used to break the enemy. Very true, but yeah, pretty specific. No problem, NetSound. That's what we're here for. So we are on 3 AP. We have a 0 cost card. We have a 3 cost card. We have a 2 cost card. If we play the 0 cost card, we deal some damage. And we could play double futility to reduce the cost. And that's just going to be the most damage, so let's just do that. And then we can just use these cards for free. Is Khalib good with Ray and Barrel? You don't need Ray in there. If you're running Khalib Barrel, you could just run someone like a Cassius or a Nia instead. There isn't a lot of connection between Ray and a multi-cost instinct, like a high-cost instinct unit like Khalib. Divine Epiphany for Whirlwind? I mean, okay, so there is one Epiphany that I accept on Whirlwind, and that's the leftmost one. Gaining wave on it makes it at least passable, right? So what that means is if I hit 3 targets, the cost is for free. Any other Epiphany I don't like on Whirlwind whatsoever. Gain wave is free AP, yes, but think about it. If we only hit 2 targets, we spend 1 and get 2/3 of AP back, so we still lose AP in the long run. The most keepable Whirlpool you've ever seen? Same. Hey, another monster card. We have haste, 120 damage if the target's action count is 5 or more to AP. That goes to K. Rooney. Alright. Yeah, good stuff. So this run we've now found 2 monster cards. What is Wave? Wave is, you see these icons? This is called the Wave Stacks. Mika has multiple cards that give you Wave. Wave is a bar that fills up. Once wave hits 3, all the waves disappear and you get 1 AP. So 1 wave can be treated as 1/3 of an AP, and every time you stack up 3 waves, you get 1 AP. So whenever you see the word wave on a Mika card, that should make you go, oh, that's actually good. What gives it for Hugo? Agony. You want the Agony set if you run them with Tresor. You could run the increased attack set. Like the increased attack set is a no-brainer, the 12% attack. You could run the crit damage set if you have a crit rate banger. like a Amulet, the 27% one, or you run Agony if you run them with Tresor. Alright, we can start off with 7 arms, because it gives us 2 AP, or better said, it costs us 2, gives us 1. We can run this card, again for free as well. We have 4, this costs us 3, we play this for 1, we play this for 2, we get 1 out of it, and then we at least can still play the Brand of Annihilation, so decent trade, decent turn. At Ego 6, Mika's basically infinite AP generator. No, because it's only for turn 1. It says at start of battle, not at start of turn, right? The E6 of Mika has been changed. Before that, it said you only need 2 wave stacks to get 1 AP. That was too broken. So with the official launch, they changed it to, for your very first turn of a battle, you start with 2 wave stacks, meaning that you will be able to play the Outbreak of War 1 wave every turn card pretty much for free the first turn. It is fantastic for using Deluge, absolutely. What's haste? Haste, any card with the haste tag does not reduce the number above a target's enemy, meaning you can play as many haste cards as you want, the enemy is not going to interrupt your turn. Can be very valuable against certain targets, can be pretty useless against others, really depends on what you're facing. How to raise trust? So there's 3 major ways. Number 1 is you find them in your Arc City and go on them with an excursion, right? You kind of go like on a date with them, that gives you affinity. The second major way is you get gifts, you get like gifts like cakes and smoothies from quests or as like rewards in general, you can give those. And then the third way is like a bit more minor. Every day you can heal a character once from Mind Break, and when you do that, they get increased affinity. Is there a limit to the cards you can hold? Yes, 10. 10 is the limit, but there will be, there's a chance that in the future you might be able to hold more, but that's something the devs have to introduce, or maybe an item we have to find. For now, the hard limit is indeed 10. How do I World 1 easily if I don't have good AoE character? I only have Rin and Haru. Rin can clear World 1 easily. Like a Rin Ray Mika team, you just need to do a bunch of single target damage with a bunch of hits. You don't need AoE. If you think about the very last boss isn't actually AoE, it's single target due to the minions not being able to be attacked, right? Like you cannot hit the minions on the very last boss with an AoE. You have to hit them with single target. I have 12 cards in your Hugo deck. We're talking about hand size, right? Hand size rather than deck size. For Rin Memory Fragment, should I farm for crit items or attack damage? I would go for attack percent. You could also go for defense percent if you just want her for healing. Is the partner banner worth summoning? No. Because it's a 1 in 10 and every one of those 10 partners corresponds to a 5-star, so the chance of you getting the partner that you want is a 1 in 10. What you do is you summon on the normal banner and you buy them for 300 shop currency. You can then pick the partner you want. Why are my skills are 0 cost, not 1? Because some of my skills just are 0 cost. Like we have certain epiphanies that are 0 cost instead of 1. And this skill right here is just like a flee the battle skill, but we're not going to need it. Okay, let's see. Oath of Vanity, Deluge. Ult. Which one's the best to pick where? Should I go pair Haru with Ray or Magna? Magna, probably. But nothing stops you from pairing her with Ray. Okay, let's see. Then we have this. And we can try to get out of the mental breakdown. Wait, we can... Is there a way in which we can use this card when he has 5 action count? Yes, he has. Okay, so now we can actually gain extra AP. Oh no, that was 2 Kron cards in a row. Ugh. Don't play 2 cards in a row, people, alright? What's the best team for Maribel? I don't know, like full counter team, like Maribel, Khalib, Mika, Maribel, Magna, Mika. Anything, like Maribel fits into pretty much any team. You didn't build Ray, what makes her good to be paired with Haru? Nothing makes her particularly good to be paired with Haru. She doesn't really do much for Haru. She's more about boosting hyper carries that have either 1 card costs or are void element. Karon's skill cost is 0 for you. Why? It's an Epiphany. There's an Epiphany to one of his cards that makes the card cost 0 instead of here, this one. Let's see. So the card usually costs 1 or even X, but there's an Epiphany that makes it cost 0. So it's just a standard variation of the card. Okay. Now let's see. Why no 2 cards in a row? That's his effect. If the last used card was from the same combatant, immediately use the form of a spare and also immediately attack. Right? We get immediately attacked should we ever play 2 cards of the same combatant in a row. That's his whole gimmick. This should be fine. I don't think we played a Kron card last. That explains so much. There's a lot you can learn by just clicking on an enemy and seeing what it says, right? There's a lot you can take away there. So, for example, here we can draw, get a wave, summon some cards, increase 1 cost cards, deal some damage, reduce some damage taken, and deal some damage. Even with high save, then my decks aren't saving it at all, lol. Haven't unlocked very high yet. They should be saving for the most part. Like, most of the stuff in the high run should be in there. You might be missing like a copied card or 2, but that's kind of about it. You know, our Mika this run is actually shaping up to be kind of disgusting. Now character works without a shield. We are playing a full team without a shield, so... depends. Oh, failure initiate battle. And we get the X card. Come on, we can win. There we go, 17. Nice. Ooh, he got 1 shot. What a loser. Hey, again, last question from me before I head to bed. What are Luke's handgun bullets classed as basic or unique cards? Unique cards. Alright. Shop and then top. So we can catch the purple thing. Alright, looks like shop and top. Alright, let's go shop and top. Alright. Remove a card. We could remove one of Ray's basic attacks. Doesn't really do much for us. And then we refresh. We don't need any of these. Financial therapy we also don't need. Recycling and acid gas are also kind of underutilized. We also can't really do much with them, so we just skip, and then it's time to go to the top. Did I complete the growth guide? Not yet. I am stuck on getting to affinity 10. So yes, it gets worse before it gets better. Decrease max health by 10 plus 5% damage per enemy. Say less. Oh, shit. Divine Epiphany to one random card. Which cards do we currently have available that could get a Divine Epiphany? It could be Arbitum. It could be Sadism. It could be Blessing of the Waves. It could be Black Hole. It could be Oath of Vanity, and could be Seven Arms. But the weapon is kinda nice. We do not have one. How do I know if a card is available? So, you can only ever Epiphany a card once. So, if you see this icon, or the godly icon, that means the cards aren't available. Basic attack cards can't be epiphanied, and purple cards, so Deluge, also can't. Which means you're looking for cards that aren't basic attacks, so no white text, cards that aren't purple, and cards that don't have an icon below their cost already. Any of these would be a go. But I like the weapon. We don't have a weapon yet. But it is a Divine Epiphany. That's a failure. Thank you for the mocking, you bastard. How many times can I try this? Try it again. Pathetic. I'll murder you. You just wait. I will murder you. Shit. Alright, event gone. That's unfortunate. We should have picked the weapon. Sad. Man, we should have picked the weapon. Now we walked away with basically nothing. What causes the characters to up the dice count sometimes? Every character is proficient. You see this? Dice effects, analysis. If the task is an analysis task, you roll 2 higher. If for Ray the task is a task about dexterity, you roll 2 higher. If the task would be something about insight, you roll 3 higher. So every character has like an identity at which they're like good at, and that makes it like easier to get high rolls there. You always get the 3 fails. Tough times. Debilitating strike. Alright. He is just a normal mob, right? But he is kind of chunky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We can afford an ego skill. Alright. So bam, 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 bam. Big boy damage. Is the Fear Encounter weekly challenge hard? Any point waiting till the end of the week again? The Fear Encountered weekly challenge hard? I don't know. Would be funny if Tressa had a roll penalty. I'd be a little sad. Khalib, Veronica, Beryl, a good team synergy-wise? Sure. The only issue I see is you might be in a tough spot if you get hit while you don't have a shield active, because you don't have a single healing card in there. If I read that correctly. Like, you don't have a single way to recover HP. You could still make it to a camp, but you could also die on the way, which would be unfortunate. It's that thing you can only have 3 attempts per week for. Oh, the weekly boss. Yes, you want to wait. You want to see if you can hit level 40. If you want to hit level 40 and beat the second weekly boss instead of the first, because the second weekly boss has way more valuable materials than the second one. So see if you can hit level 40. Admitted you enjoy Charon more than Rin. I enjoy Charon on this map more than Rin. Yes, I would be absolutely miserable playing Rin on this map. I probably would have died already, but that has nothing to do with my eternal love for Rin. What is the first bot map even used for? You know the unique card potential? If you want to go past level 7, so level 7, 8, 9, 10, that's where you use it. $41 now, I guess there's no way I can get to 50 before the end of the week, so just do it now, I suppose. You don't have to do it now, you can do it on a Sunday. You can do it on a Saturday, right? No rush. What is my highest grade on a single character? Define grade. What kind of grade are we talking about? Because you got me greatly confused. I might just be not seeing something here, but I would like clarification. Thank you. Score on a run? I don't know. I had some runs be over. Oh, you mean the terabyte save data? The highest save data I have is a 55,000 save data on Mika. I have a 55,000 something save data on Mika, I think. For whatever reason, she decided to be the highest in the room. Do you think they're going to add modes with larger teams? I don't know. It all seems to be balanced and made around 3-person teams. They might do that later down the line. We're talking like in months or years. I don't see them randomly come out with like a 5-man mode. It all seems to be balanced around the concept. At the start of the turn, gain 40 fixed shield. Oh, let's go inside. Let's see. Maybe we can find something funny in here. Hello. It's the Bugomancer. What do I desire? A divine epiphany to a random card. Let's check on who he is. Sure. Hit me. Thank you. It's horribly sticky. Fantastic. What is it? But unfortunately, it's not a good upgrade. I almost hate every single one of these. We're probably gonna go with the middle one. We're probably gonna go with the middle one. Yeah. Or we could have also taken the leftmost one. That might have been a better decision. At least it's a Charon card, you know? At least it's a Charon card. That's an up. What happens if you skip a Divine Epiphany? Nothing. I mean, you skip a Divine Epiphany. That's what happens. Kind of. Yeah. So, if you don't like it, don't take it. Rin or Lea Mika or Rin Nia Mika? Rin Nia Mika. But I would recommend Rin Ray Mika. Okay, what do we have on hand? Quite a lot. This would be a blessing of the waves Epiphany. We do not need to get the Epiphany right now, even though it's shiny. So let's get the damage reduction out of the way. Let's get the deluge out of the way. Let's get rid of material regeneration. Let's get rid of the stickiness curse. I know we'd have to play it, huh? We'd have to play it if you want to get rid of it. So probably we take a Dark Blade. That's not useful. Oh, that's bad. But I don't think there's anything much we can do here anyway. Alright. Where do you spend prism lenses at? The 5th summon banner. Why is my guy on 1 turn? Shh, that's not good. I mean, I know why he's on 1 turn, but I still don't like it. No. The 4th card also counts as a unique card. A unique card for a character is every card that doesn't have a white text. Right? See, you see like the white text? If it's a character card, every card that doesn't have a white text counts as unique. Okay? And if it's a card from the outside, that's always considered a neutral card. Yes, the blue ones are considered uniques as well. Yes. Everything that doesn't have a white text. Alright, that's how you can easily get rid of it. Or better said, everything that just has a short description, right? Like a basic attack, basic heal. Bullet cards are also unique cards, yes. Because if you check them out, they also don't have a white text, do they? Just don't confuse it with neutral cards, alright? If cards aren't originally in a character's deck, they're always neutral cards. Right? But that doesn't go for cards that they create. But I got the worst monster combo, stealth, while the other is alive plus dog, H HP, 1 damage max received. That just sounds slightly annoying. Well, damn, I guess that is a huge boost for Renault. Then, yes, unique card damage is a huge damage boost for any hyper carry. What do we do here? It's all kind of annoying, and I don't like it. I mean, sure, you could be like, okay, it's not that deep, bro, but... Hey, Alejandro, appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. Alright. Holy moly, I got Monster Cup from Array plus 2 morale, minus 2 morale for mobs, plus 1 AP, plus 1 AP next turn, and then I got a copy for it. Let's hope you keep it. That is now my only, scary point. Your inability to keep holding onto that card. Oh, if only we could... If I had known our next hand was gonna be double Brand of Annihilation, I wouldn't have ended my turn like this. Fuck. It's what it is. What can you do? This is gonna be tough. Decrease the card stat of stickiness. Whatever you must do. Whatever you must do, Kairon. Do what you can't let be. This is looking really good. This is looking fantastic. Nice. What a fantastic run. Couldn't have gone any better. It was even looking somewhat decent. It was even looking somewhat decent. At least we got a funny Mika memory out of it. I really don't get how the epicenter works, so if I do a chaos run and my character gets chaos and the run wasn't that good, I can easily reset her mind? Yes. You only really use the currency when you want to keep their deck. Yes. Ray doesn't only have 2 heals. Ray, let's see. Ray also has this beautiful thing right here. If you go to Ray... If you go to Ray... Come on. If you go to Ray and you go to her Manifest Ego, she has this one. When Ray uses an attack card here for 120% once per turn. That is pretty sweet. And this one. Look at this shit. Ray A6 is a dream. Allies attack card damage is increased by 20%. Ray A6 is a dream. How do you trigger the death animation? Nightmare mode. It needs to be a nightmare mode death, otherwise you don't get it. Right? Like I tell you, Ray is the best buffer in the game. Ray is the best buffer in the game. I mean, there is no other buffer besides Ray. I gotta be honest with you here. There's no other character in the game that boosts another character's damage. Yep, 20% just flat out, straight out, passively. And then on top of that, you can also run... you can run the 40 cost. You could run it for all void cards. You could make it a 60. You could make it for shield gain, damage and healing. You could make it for 0 cost cards. You could make it 80% for 1 turn. You could increase the card damage of a card permanently by 50. You could increase it by 100 until used. You can increase all void cards. You could increase shield damage and healing. You could increase a card by 150 for 1 turn. You can give yourself 80% damage through morale. You can deck search 4 cards. You can draw multiple. You can thin your deck. Search for more cards. You have this thing right here, which increases basic attack card damage for every character. You have this one right here, which turns it to 150. You have this one right here, which is useless. I wouldn't recommend this one. You have this one, which just passively increases basic attack card damage. And you have this one that just plays your basic attack cards for free. Yep, Ray is built different, people. If you're playing a hyper carry, you better play Ray. Ja, better play, Ray. I am missing Caleb, Luke, Malin, Veronica, and Karen. I would like to pick up Malin on my 300 center banner pick. Any other recommendation? You could pick Caleb, but if you don't like her playstyle, sure, skip her. You just pull your Renoa. Easy. You don't want to play her, then just use Cassius. If you don't want to play a character, just tell me to fuck off, right? Just be like, yep, how about no? And then you just don't do it. That is the beauty of this game. How good are dupes in this game? I just put a Hugo dupe. Okay, so every dupe in this game works the same way. The very first dupe increases to some degree the effect of the purple card of the character. You know how purple cards can't be epiphanied? You can make them stronger with the first dupe. The second dupe of every single 5-star is really damn nice. If I had to call out one that is weaker than the others, I would say Magna's Freeze, but every single second copy of every single 5-star is pretty damn sweet. So where the real power spike happens is getting a character for the third time. And that also has to do with the shop. If you check out the shop, you can see right here that if you go into the shop, you can exactly buy 2 copies of anybody you own to unlock that E2 power spike, you know? So, yeah, that is pretty much that. The second dupe of every character is pretty damn sweet. First time seeing this channel, I've been trying out Cassius and Veronica. I wanna ask what would be the third character. Is the better way to play Veronica, and what about Cassius? The third character could be anything tanky, like Magna, Maribel, Caleb. The third character could be something that is a hyper carry, like Renoa, Kayron, Rin, Tressa, Luke, Malin, anything like that. Veronica, she just kind of chills in the background, does her job, does decent damage, helps you with card draw, helps you from the side, and just does her job fantastically well. What's the term finale? Last card to play. Finale means it ends your turn. So you want to play it at the finale of your turn. Does Ray deserve level 50? 100,000% I would say yes. I only have 5 level 50s. It's Orlea, Kayron, Mika, and Ray. And Ray, Mika, and Rin. Ray, Mika, Kayron are my main teams I'm running at the moment for fun. Who should get Hunger of the Void on Ray's team? I need a bit more context. I might be a bit confused on Hunger of the Void. Is Hunger of the Void a monster card? No. What is that again? How come you don't have Haru on 50? I just didn't bother with it yet. I would need to use my books, but I'm kind of like, I've pre-farmed for level 60 Rin. I just didn't do it yet. What are some busted Epiphany combos for Alea? Alright, let's see. I've been trying Veronica with Selena, is good? Yes, yes. Alright, let's see. So Alea, what can we think of off the top of our head? Card-wise, that is quite sweet. It depends on your playstyle, right? But getting a sturdy and then having that sturdy have a 150% increased shield, pretty sweet. Can really help you out. This Outbreak of War, create 2 creation cards at the start of the turn, create 1. Can just get that, can get that engine going, right? Outbreak of War lead can even go down to 1. The Sacred one is kind of nice. This Outbreak of War for 3, I mean, it's a bit more RNG. Let's see. Select 1 card and trigger it twice. Select one of your cards in hand and duplicate it. The duplicate one can be quite strong. If you have like a 3-star Swifty, if you have like a 3-star Tuffy, if you have like a 3-star Softy, mostly Tuffy or Swifty, you can then just double it. Huh? Doubling is quite nice. If the card is sturdy, -5 combatant stress, could be fun, but I don't think you need it that much. This one can stack damage really well. This one, situational, right? Situational, but not too bad. This one is a lot of damage. This one is a lot of damage, can do upwards of 1100% just by having 10 cards in hand. But no, this one can stack quite a lot. Like 100%, and every time you created a creation you get 100% more. But you could also technically remove this from her deck and you wouldn't really worry too much about it. The growing creature, it depends on the playstyle, but obviously instantly going into the sturdy as well as the damage reduction 3 stacks, or instantly going into the swifty with the 150% damage bonus per turn getting doubled. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, quite alright. And then, yeah, that's pretty much already it through here. Activate the retain effect is just overall pretty strong. Yup. Can I explain save data? Okay, so save data explanation, super simple, okay? You have this game mode here. Chaos mode creates the save data. Chaos mode builds your deck. You always start from 0, get gear, get cards, and you finish your run. That then gets saved as save data. Save data cannot be taken back into the chaos, but you can use it in the story mode, you can use it in battle missions, you can use it in any single of these simulation stages, and you can also use it in the basin of hyperspace. The main tell on if you can or can't use save data is obviously that you see this number, right? If it shows you your save data and you can pick, or you look for the brain symbol, which is down here, that says use save data. Do I know if the vulture card from Kalib works with the E2 from Haru? What would they have to do with each other? I gotta be honest. I don't know if it counts as a 2-cost card if you play it with the reduced AP effect. It depends on how the card looks. Because I would assume it still looks like a 2-cost card that just deals less damage. Been playing for 4 days and reached level 30. How can I reach level 40 until the end of the week? Use stamina refresh. You buy stamina refreshes, you buy the battle pass. That would be an option. You buy like a stamina pack. But otherwise, like, you have to sacrifice gems. Most likely. Though you could also be able to get the level normally in the next 6 days. I think that's still possible. Getting from 30 to 40 in 6 days should still be useful, even if you don't refresh a lot. What would be the best epiphanies for Maribel? Focus on the counters or focus on the shield? I would probably say focus on the shielding, because she can get out some crazy shielding. I have Veronica, Malin, Rin, and all the Fosters except Maribel. What do you think about 2 teams? I try and I fail to clear with 3-star the Dimensional Dawn from stage 7 and after. As dumb as it sounds, just out-level it. Right? It might not be cute, it might not be nice, and it might not be what you want to hear, but yeah, just out-level the content. At some point, just push up a second team, have like a level lead of like 15-20 levels, and this shit should be no problem at all. Like, at the moment, you shouldn't be building 2 teams. because it's so resource intensive. It's based on the characters having a mental breakdown, I believe. Like, if a character has a certain amount of mental breakdowns and they didn't yet get treated in the Epiphany Center today, because it's a once per day thing, then their save data gets corrupted and you have to treat them to get the data back. Do you know the name of the deities? You can find out the names quite easily. So, you go into the chaos, you click on a planet, City of Mist, Nihilum. Nihilum is the guy with the teeth. Nihilum is the guy with the teeth, mostly known for like the Agony Epiphanies. Then we have Sacred and Dialos, who are two gods. And then we have, I think here should be one as well. Here's Dialos on his own. And then on the first planet, there's nothing in particular. But yeah, no, those are like the three. You have Nihilum on his own. You have Sacred Dialos. And here you have mainly Dialos. Is Agony even good? It's fixed damage. You're almost done with Dimensional Twilight. Let me see. Simulation. You mean this? You're almost done with the Dimensional Twilight day 4. With day 4 you should be, what? Level 30 something? 33? Hey, yeah, congrats for you. I just haven't bothered with it yet. Level 44 in 4 days? What do you mean day 4? There's no way. Like, no. Like, I know I missed 1 day of stamina refreshes. But level 44 in 4 days, no. No. I bought everything. I bought everything besides 1 day of stamina refreshes. I'm like 8,000 to 10,000 HP behind the theoretical maximum, right? There is nothing more you could have gone, right? That not even the wallet helps you. What does it mean when an ally is defeated? It is stupid translation. It means when an ally breaks an enemy. Alright, people. The Lulu final boss, it's alright. You refresh stamina 3 days? Sweet. Yeah, starting from level 40 it gets kind of crazy. Look at the XP. 20 stamina, 400 XP. This is pretty much like 17,000 stamina is like 1,000 something. Like 17,000 XP is like 1,000 something stamina. It's a lot. It gets kind of tough going through the 40s. And it doesn't get any better. So, I do believe that's it here. We played 2 runs. We answered a bunch of questions. I need to go to sleep. I need to wake up at some point. Do we lose something not being level 40 or 50? I mean, is there any timed events? You can chill. Like, the only timed event would be the Dimensional Twilight, but you still have 2 weeks to clear this. You have like 18 days or something. So take it at your own pace. Do what you must. And don't worry. Like, sit back, kick back, relax, have fun, play some runs, play your favorite characters, get some save data, and don't worry about any FOMO. Honestly, even if you miss the first window, it's barely any rewards. Mentioning, yes, you don't need level 40, but to get like a proper potential full clear, you kind of want to be decently high level. So, thank you so much for watching. It's been a pleasure as always, and we see each other, in the next one. Would you do at some point best epiphanies for every character 1 by 1, or maybe point out what to keep an eye on? I did one for Kayron, I did one for Rin. I'm gonna do every character at some point. So, if you want to know how to build Ray, Mika, Kayron, Rin, check any of my guides out, and we'll get there, right? I just need a bit of time. Appreciate it. Bye bye.